My name is Folasiji Bomi-Daniels. I'm the Program Director for the Ikara Farm City project. The Ikara Farm City project is a sustainable, impact-driven farm city project that is designed to upgrade the life of the people of the area, upgrade the earth. That means take care of the earth. It's a regenerative agricultural project. And it's also designed to bring an income. So it takes care of the earth, takes care of its people, and provides a sustainable yield. The Ikara Farm City is in Ikara. It's 875 acres, that's 350 hectares currently, and expanding as we go. The Ikara Farm City project has a three-pronged approach. We have impact, we have income, and we have intervention. So starting with intervention, one of the things we want to do in and around the immediate community is to bring in intervention because it's a greenfield project, to bring intervention to the infrastructure around the area, to also bring intervention to certain basic amenities and access to, for instance, good roads, for instance, water, and some of those things. For income, we're going to work with the local farmers to ensure that they have access to better inputs, and then we supply them with inputs and we'll give them access to also market. And then for impact, this project will bring about a total change in the landscape of the area. It will bring about more revenue, it will bring about more quality of life, it will give about access to better job, living conditions will improve. So it's a project that will come and impact the local community and also the surrounding region. So Ikara Farm City is a transformational impact project. Ikara currently is the headquarters, but we're going to have Ikara Farm City Lagos, Ikara Farm City Uganda, UK, different places. But for Ikara as a location, it's a strategic location deep in the heart of Ipogba local government. It shares boundary with the Osiomo River. So we have access to land, access to sea. So it's a beautiful, fertile location that will be great for this project. And the people are also amazing and ready to work with us on the project as we are. So it's a great location for us. Speaking to the economic benefits, one thing we're going to do is we'll work with the local farmers. We'll aggregate them into clusters, into cooperatives, into hubs where they would begin to produce. We'll then guarantee them access to market. Another approach we have is that we don't just want to do local raw produce, which is the bane of smallholder farmers in Nigeria and Africa. So when we aggregate produce, we're going to process that value addition and then connect same to global markets. So we're giving local farmers opportunity to export their products globally. So the project will bring in several development. It will also increase the value of land in the area. For instance, we're going to work with the community to ensure we upgrade the current road. We're going to create ours, and aside providing security, we're also going to work on ensuring that the condition of life of people there in the area are better. Access to wash facility, sanitary facilities, access to good water. In our own preliminary survey of the area, there's no clinic in that area. But for our staff and also for members of the community, those are one of the basic things that would also introduce. So while, we're there as a business, but beyond that, we're also there for the development of the area. The income approach for the project is we intend to produce, process, profit. So produce is where we do primary production from things like cassava, cocoa, long-term products. Then we will now do value addition. For instance, we intend to process our sugar cane into gin and brandy and then export same. We intend to turn our cassava into ethanol and then use that for energy for different other uses. So one of the ways we intend to generate income is not just from primary production, but to aggregate the farmers into clusters where they do the primary production. We take that, we process that, and then sell that to the secondary market and also globally. So we're a sustainable farm city. We have a regenerative approach, which is essentially, we follow permaculture principles, which is essentially to protect the earth. For the Osomia River, one of the things we're going to be doing there is cage aquaculture. We're going to be having and ensuring that we protect marine life and ensuring that the quality of water stays the same. We've currently tested on the water, and we're going to do all that we can to ensure that the quality of water remains that way, and we do nothing to hamper that, and also work with other industries within the area to see that the water resources are preserved. For wildlife in our region, portions of our land will also be reserved for a zone 5. Now, a zone 5, it's a nature reserve where we'll always preserve nature as it is. So one of the things we're going to do is not just take care of life on land, but also life on water. We've started meeting with the local farmers. We've started aggregating and getting their data and putting them into different clusters. And the challenge we're actually going to have is that the local farmers may not be able to meet our need. So we will be willing to work not just with local farmers in that region, but local farmers in that locality, but local farmers in the region. So we're currently working with them, taking in skill set, a note of their current skill sets, and see how well we can put them to educate them, improve on their practices, give them best agricultural practices, current modern organic systems of raising animals, growing crops. After that, we will then put them into different clusters based on their own specialty, and then guarantee them market. So definitely we're going to work with them. Okay, in terms of human capital, our current forecast suggests that we need at least 1,000. We also intend to work with a lot of women, youth, to ensure that we do not just support the girl child, but we empower them. And we also intend to work with people with special abilities, because Ikara Farm City is about caring not just for the earth, but for our people. So to give a number at the first, I would say 1,000. 1,000 people will be directly employed. However, if you look at indirect employment, contract staff, indirect beneficiaries, you're looking at least 100,000. So for Ikara Farm City, the initial phasing for the plan is currently 12.6 million USD. Okay, currently we're being self-funded. As we go, we intend to open up to other investors, people, partners, public governments, and other grant awarding institutions to see what the project is about. So self-funding, part project funding, and then also grants and institutional funding. We have a big audacious goal in Ikara, and that is that in some way we're going to impact on all 17 of the SDG goals. One of the things we're going to do is end hunger and poverty in our immediate environment, and then also in our region we want to work with we would work with government to ensure that we produce a surplus for the local environment, for the local region, and that we would then work to reduce the food shortage. And one of the causes of food shortage is not in Africa's inability to produce food, we do, but it is in our inability to store what has been produced. So what we are coming with our value chain approach is, rather than allow food go to waste, we process it and keep it in systems that can allow it increase the shelf life without necessarily putting so much of preservatives. Dehydrating systems, blast freezing, different systems. Export is one of our key drives, our key focus. That's where we're going to ultimately. For exports, like I said, we will not just produce, we will produce, process, and then profit from that. So one of our goals is to ensure that we produce for the global market. We give them access to local African, the best of African produce that has been value added. So we intend to create juices from our orchards. We intend to create gin and brandy. We intend to create dried fruits and nuts. We intend to export different peppers and vegetables. So there's a lot, and I mean, the world should just watch out for Ikara Farm City. We look forward to seeing it on their plates all over the world. It's a sustainable, impact-driven farm city. It is one that will change the way farms are organized, farms are designed, farms are put together in our local environment, because we are not just about sustainability, which ensures that you keep the same cycle, but we are about regeneration, and regeneration means you leave it better. So we want to ensure that we practice agriculture and processing in a way that cares for the earth, cares for the people, and produces a surplus. Thank you very much.